Good morning, my dear friends and colleagues and judges. Now I'm going to take a few minutes of your time to present about my invention, which is the third generation ventilation BOUGIE. I'll just quickly go across the uniqueness of this device. This device is a standalone device which is having a front of neck airway capability, and it's having a self-inflation cuff for the better ventilation of the lungs, and it is having an inbuilt color coding system to identify esophageal misplacement in real time, so that we will not waste time on trying to figure out whether the tip of the BOUGIE has landed up into the esophagus or into the trachea. And it can also facilitate retrograde tracheal intubation, and it can also be used for percutaneous tracheostomy. So we will just quickly go across these two BOUGIEs. This is the first generation BOUGIE which was introduced in the 1970s. This is a solid BOUGIE with zero ventilation ability. This is the FROVA which was introduced in the year 2007. This has a ventilation ability, but since it does not have any sealing mechanism, most of the air will escape out from the trachea into the upper airway. And recently, in the last decade or so, BOUGIEs, apart from the railroading of the tracheal tubes and the laryngoscopy, they have also been used extensively for the front of neck airway establishment. So when we just do a quick recap, the chylothoracic membrane, the vertical diameter is around 5.8 to 7.8 most of the patients. Like for example, in the white European males, it has been documented to have a mean cricoid vertical height of 7.8 mm plus or minus 1.9 millimeters, and in South Indian males it has been documented to have 6.5 millimeter height. So we can accept like anywhere between, like an adult human being will be having anywhere between 5.5 to 7.5 or even 8.5. That is the amount of space we are getting for the airway establishment in the can't ventilate, can't intubate situation. And the average 6-number tracheal tube is having an outer diameter of around 9 millimeters plus, like including the cuff. So there is always going to be some size mismatch when you are trying to railroad a 6-number tube to establish an emergency airway. So we will come to that. So this can result in the various complications like a cricoid fracture, dyspnea, laryngeal stricture, dysphonia, etc. So our attempt is to make a BOUGIE which will be easy for railroading a tracheal tube and a laryngoscopy, also offer better ventilation, and also be a better method to provide front of neck airway access in a difficult airway patient. And it can also assist in retrograde intubation. So we'll just go to that. So this photograph shows our BOUGIE. Here's a pointer. So in the tip you can see a silicone cuff which is there at the tip, and it is having color coding, like the proximal half will be black and the distal half will be blue, so that if the BOUGIE goes up to the black part at the lip level, we can immediately realize that we have entered the esophagus, because even in 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" patient, at the lip level, this BOUGIE is going to be only in blue color. So if it's going into the black zone, it means that we have entered the esophagus, so we have to remove and we have to reinsert. And I'm glad to inform that we have applied patents all over the world, and we have got the patents granted in both in India as well as China as of now, and we are awaiting the patents in the European Union and as well as USA in the next 6 months. We are in the final stages. So I will show you first how this self-inflating cuff works. This I am showing it in the ample bag first because in several places and times where we are going to anticipate a difficult airway, is going to be in the wards or in the ER or even the intensive care unit. So in all those places, this anesthesia flush will not be available. So I am just first demonstrating with the ample bag, then I will also demonstrate with the ICU. I will also be demonstrating that in the OT. So here we can see clearly with each compression of the ample bag, the self-inflation cuff is expanding well. So it will seal the trachea from inside. So it will allow the remaining portion of the ventilated gas in the ample bag to directly enter the lungs. So it will be offering the seal, and during forced pressure ventilation, this dynamic seal will be there. And after the ample bag is released, then it will just recoil. So it will allow the expiration to happen around the BOUGIE into the upper airway. Now I will show you the difference in the ventilation amount with the conventional ventilating BOUGIE and with our BOUGIE in a mannequin first. So hardly any movement of the lung we can see with the when the conventional ventilating bougie is ventilated with an amber bag. Now I am just introducing our bougie. So that is the amount of ventilation which we can expect from our bougie. Next, I will demonstrate the same in the operating room environment with the oxygen flush of the anesthesia machine. Since I didn't have the access to the mannequin inside the OT, I just used only a circuit and the breathing bag. So that was the amount of ventilation which was achieved with the conventional ventilating bougie with oxygen flush of the anesthesia machine. Now I am showing our bougie, which is showing the self-inflation of nicely expanding inside the anesthesia unit, and we are seeing so much of oxygenation happening inside the breathing bag also. And we even demonstrated this, and next I will show the demonstration of the front of the airway in a mannequin. So this can be used as a standalone for the front of the airway because we will be able to improve oxygenation and we will be able to maintain oxygenation for at least 15 minutes to half an hour till the patient recovers from the neuromuscular paralyzing agents. So we don't really need to rail on a 6-number tube into the cricothoracic membrane. So the other option is to, once we improve oxygenation level to saturation of around 90% and above, we can rotate the bougie to 180 degrees and then bring out the tube through the oral cavity, and we can railroad a endotracheal tube into the larynx through the retrograde intubation. So here we can see how much oxygenation is possible through the bougie while used as a front of neck airway. So that much ventilation we can see in the mannequin. Now I will quickly show you the cadaver demonstrations. Here we are introducing the bougie into the airway. It's gone into the trachea.
Your time is just gone.
Yes, sir. I just need another 45 seconds. Yeah, we are seeing the cuff is expanding well into the trachea. And I am just showing the ease of railroading the endotracheal tube. Just quickly going to front of the airway, in the cadaver. We take a stab incision, vertical incision, twist it, push in the bougie. Bougie has gone inside. Now we are just ventilating. I'm showing the cuff expansion inside the trachea. I'm sorry, it just slipped back. So after improving oxygenation, we can pull out the bougie till the tip and then we can rotate 180 degrees and bring out the tip of the bougie into the oral cavity.
I think you can pass on this video now.
No, this is the most important part, so I just want to show this to you. Yeah, retrograde intubation with this bougie. I just want to show you how easily it is going into the vocal cords. Yeah, it's fun. Okay. So